Good morning, my friends. It's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis, where I am journeying through my 40s and I am working oh so hard to get my poop in a group. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is Friday, January the 19th, and we are going to be budgeting out the money that you see above my head, $3,045.46. And we are going to be doing that using the app that you see behind me. This is an app called YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget. And if you are not new here, you totally are familiar with this app because you hear me talk about it ad nauseum every week. Thank you for sticking with me because hopefully you love it as much as I do. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for checking me out. I really hope that you find this useful, enjoyable, entertaining. Maybe you just want to laugh at me. That's cool. Whatever brings you here, whatever brings you back. But this app is a fantastic way to digitally cash stuff your money. I will talk about it as we go through. I will try not to go on and on about it. I make no promises, but I promise, other than to promise to try not to do that. There is a link in my description box below if you want to try it out, if you like what you see. It is a paid subscription. It is worth every penny. That is all I can say. But there is a free trial, completely risk-free. I know that at least 2 of you have signed up in the last month. Thank you so much for that because that means I get an additional 2 months for free, and that helps me out so much. So that's all I'm going to say about it for right now. Let's get into this a little bit. I do want to go over the fact that you see that I have a little bit of overspending. I think you can see that above me, even though I'm covering most of it. Y'all, I still have my little they can't see hack. I'm going to keep this forever. I don't know that I'll ever trust myself. As long as I'm using this program, I don't think I'm ever going to trust myself to remember to shrink myself without this sticker. So anyway. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much. And if you are new, welcome. Thank you so much. I am super thankful for every single one of you checking this out. This week, I am expecting a YouTube check, and that is because of y'all, because last year I was able to become monetized. I did not earn enough last year to have to pay taxes on what I earned from YouTube. I am hopeful and optimistic that this year I will. I'm still not earning a lot, but even if I earn what I earned last year, even if I continue to earn it was like literally $100 every 2 months. But even that would put me into having to pay taxes on it because I think the minimum threshold is $600 to have to pay taxes. So this first YouTube check that I am expecting this month will still be for 2023. So I'm not planning to have to pay taxes on that, but anything I earn after that, I will set aside tax money for that. So you'll see that coming in any future YouTube checks. I will take tax money out of that. But this first one I don't have yet. But I should receive it this week. So I will. But that's part of this overspending. I've already budgeted that money because I knew in December that I was going to be getting that check this week. I knew what I had earned because you can track it. If you have a YouTube channel, and I know a lot of y'all do, you can use the YouTube Studio. Like there's an app, the YouTube Studio app to track your how your videos are doing, and it tells you what your income is. And so I knew what I was going to be getting, and I budgeted that to spend on birthdays because if you are not new, you know that giving is my love language, and I have a lot of birthdays for a lot of people who are close to me at the end of the year and the beginning of the year. So my bestie and my niece are both in December. My roommate slash best friend, who's not my bestie is Ginny, my best friend, who's my best girlfriend. And then Nathan is my roommate slash best friend that I've lived with for 10 years. His birthday, and then Ginny's husband. And then 2 of my very close friends who are married to each other. They're all in January at the beginning of actually just 2 days ago was Wade's birthday. And then last week, all 3 of the other 3 birthdays. And then in February is my mom and my nephew. They're all clumped right together at the end slash beginning of the year. So it's plus Christmas. it's a very expensive, like 3-month period for me. So it was very helpful that I am anticipating this YouTube check, which is just around $140. And I've spent it. I already spent it, but I knew it was coming. And that is why you see an overspending in those categories. The other overspent category, which you see right here, which once I shrink myself and get my face out of the way, we'll go over, is literally things that cleared, that like shipped from Amazon today for my my household category, and we'll cover that today as well when we get into the budget. So, and then I got a paycheck. If you were here 2 weeks ago when I got my last paycheck, that was my first paycheck of the year, and I was like really confused because it had gone up, and I was like, why did it go up? Because normally the benefits, when they like renew, because January is when my company's benefits change, it had gone up like $2. And I was like, why did my benefits changing cause my paycheck to go up $2? I wasn't mad, but I was really confused. This week, it's back down almost exactly to what it was previously, but it's still up by like, okay, I did the math previously, but now I can't remember what it was. And I don't think y'all will be able to see this calculator, but I don't think you can. It used to be 17, 18, 14, and now it's 17, 18, 91, 77 cents. I'm making 77 cents. I made 77 cents more this check than I did last year. I don't know what my normal check is going to be. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm making. Yeah, I have no idea. Anyway, so, but this is my rollover from last week and my check from this week. And so that is $3,045.46. And I'm going to cover my overspending. I did cancel my mom's phone bill, and we got her added to the phone plan that Nathan and I are on together. So Nathan has a family plan for himself and his 2 children, and then he added me to it years back. And then when I was talking about canceling the phone plan that I had for my mom, because her contract ended in December, and I was paying $61 a month for her phone plan, instead of continuing that when she couldn't even make international phone calls. And one of her sisters, my mom is one of 6 children. Unfortunately, one of her sisters has passed. But she still has 4 living siblings. One of them lives in Canada, and she wasn't able. So they have like a group chat where they all talk because, their siblings. But she couldn't respond to anything in the group chats because one of her siblings is in Canada. And so if Aunt Kathy was in the group chat, Mom couldn't respond because she didn't have international texting. And I wanted to add that back for her because she used to have it. But when she moved out into the country and I had to up her data to the unlimited, it took it from like $30 something a month to $60 something a month. And then to add international on top of that, I just couldn't afford that. I mean, I could, but it just made it so ridiculously expensive. And so I've been looking for a different plan. Originally, I was thinking of going with Mint, but then Nathan was like, why don't we just add her to our phone plan? So I did, and that's only going to cost me $20 a month. And the way I do my phone plan is I just pay Nathan. That's part of what I pay him with my rent. So there won't be a line item for my phone. You never see that because I just pay it to him with rent. So that's just going to go included in my mom's phone plan. So I'm saving $40 a month on that now. And I'm going to hide my mom's phone plan. They told me that I was done, that there wasn't going to be another monthly bill, but I'm going to leave it in here until February just to make sure that they don't try to sneak any extra like last minute charges, just because you know how plans are. They're like, oh, well, yeah, but this other thing. And so I'm just going to leave the phone on here, my mom's phone bill, until February rolls around, and make sure that there's not another bill that they're going to try to make me pay. But otherwise, my mom's phone plan is done. And then I'm going to call this week because I was getting a discount on my internet because it was the same company. And my internet's already gone up. It went up like 2 weeks ago by a couple of dollars. And then it just went up this week, like this month, by another like dollar. And that wasn't even including them taking the discount off that I was paying, that I was getting for my mom's phone plan. So I'm going to call them this week now that my mom's phone plan is officially canceled, because I just did that this week. And see what I can do for getting the internet plan like reconfigured, if we can get it back down somewhere reasonable, because it's gone from like I can't even remember what it used to be because I don't have my old budget in front of me. But now it's this week we're going to budget it out and it's $81.57 for internet. And I think that's high. I know that's not high for a lot of people, but for me that feels really high. Because I had a pretty good deal. And so I'm going to call them and see if I can work something else out now that I know what's going on with my mom's phone plan. And so I'm going to do that this week, hopefully. And so by next month, hopefully I'll have the internet all worked out as well. So without any further ado, because now I've talked for like 15 minutes, nobody's surprised. I'm going to shrink myself up into the corner and we'll get started on this budget. I'll be right back. Okay. So, first things first, let's do an update on my low spend January that I am doing with Liz at Budget and Balance and Michael at Midlife Money Moves. I'm going to make sure I say his channel name right this time. Full disclosure, not fantastically for myself. I am trying really hard, but I feel like things just keep popping up. And like I said, I have all the birthdays, and I had that old debt from like 5 years pop up in a RAM. I saw your comment. I haven't responded yet, but I did read your comment, and thank you so much for looking out. I actually had the same thought, and I looked into them, and I looked into that debt, and it is legit. It is unfortunately for me a legit debt, which is why I asked them to email me about it before I did anything with it. But I had them send me the invoices, and I did. This is from, I don't think I told y'all this story. So, my old company, previously, before I started working for this company, had a Christmas party, and it was at a hotel. So, fortunately, because I had a few beverages and I had booked a hotel room at that same hotel, and I gave myself a concussion that night in the hotel room. I fell and I hit my head, and so I went to the emergency room, and when I hit my head, because I had given myself a concussion, and that is that. So it is a legit. I did go to that emergency room, because it was like the next day, or 2 days later. Actually, it was 2 days later. I went to the emergency room because I was not feeling very well. And so that is what that is from. It is a legit bill. I never did pay that. I never actually received a bill, which is how hospitals work. I never got a bill, but that is part of the reason that I was like, Becky, you are a mess. You need to get your life together, girl. And that is about the time I switched jobs and I started trying to do my finances and do work on my health and change my life. But yeah, that was one of the turning points of my life, which is why I remember it. So yeah, it is a legit bill, and I never did pay it. And yeah. So, but thank you for looking out. And I did look into that company, which, and here I actually did have it pulled up here. They have very bad reviews, but I'm sure every debt collector has bad reviews because the only people that are going to be reviewing them are people that they are contacting to collect debts from. And nobody likes a debt collector because they're not very pleasant to talk to. Nobody wants to be contacted by debt collectors. So, that doesn't deter me. That doesn't make me think they're fraud just because people leave them bad reviews. So unfortunately, yes. So yeah, unfortunately, I do think they are legit. And I do know that that is a legit. I did go to the emergency room in 2019 following my unfortunate encounter with a dresser in a hotel room. But that was all me. That was 100% me. Because I am a klutz and because my life was 100% not, my poop was not grouped. It's much more grouped now. Y'all are seeing a much more put together Becky. Yay. I've been working very hard. As I said, I have been working very hard on grouping my poop. Anyway, shall we do some budgeting? Let's do some budgeting. Okay, so like I said, I am going to cover some overspending, and I like to do that before I budget the rest of my money. So I know it's only overspent $21.94. I'm going to add $40 to this just in case I do need anything else in this category, because there are still this week and then next week to go, because this is a 5-week month for me. So I'm going to add $40 more to this category just in case I need anything else. which is only another $18, which isn't very much, but hopefully it'll get me through the month. Because if you remember, I had said that I was I was under budgeting. I normally spend $100 a month in this category. And so I need to, on a regular basis, without the extra $40 that I spent at Amazon this month, should have budgeted $100. So the $40 is just the Amazon money that was my biannual. So I think I need to take a look at my Amazon and make sure that I have that $40 extra budgeted. I need to start maybe do a sinking fund for my every 6 months Amazon, and I don't have that calculated. That's one of those like, forgot to budget for this, my surprise expenses, my sinking funds. I need to start looking at my sinking funds and including my filters, my air filters, my dishwasher filters, my things like that in that, because I don't think of those right now because they're just out of sight, out of mind. Anyway, I needed to put that in there. So that's the overspending. The other overspent is all the birthdays, and this will be covered by my YouTube check when I get it. It says anywhere between the 21st and the 26th. It normally hits that, I think, Monday or Tuesday. I've only gotten 2 checks so far, so I'm not really well versed on my YouTube check money yet, but I know hopefully I'll get better at it. Hopefully it will become more regular, thanks to y'all. So let's just go ahead and do my budgeting because, shocker, it's 7:53. Actually, I think y'all can see this. I don't think I cut this out this week. I think this is still in here, so it's like almost 8 o'clock, and I gotta get to work. So dining out, I do $40 every week. Groceries, I do $100 every week. Spoiler alert, I did go slightly over because for my wine ladies, we had a lady, one of our OG ladies who moved out of state a while ago, came back into town last night for a very sad reason, which it wasn't pleasant, but it was still really good to see her. So we all got together and did a nice dinner for her. Most of the people did Chewy's, which is a really good Tex-Mex place, but unfortunately their fajitas are not gluten-free. So I went to HEB and got some stuff to make some gluten-free fajitas for myself and another one of our, Katie, who is also gluten-free. And so I went a little bit over on groceries for the week because I hadn't calculated that in when I was originally doing my grocery shopping. Otherwise, I would have been more prepared. Ecclesial expenses I went over because of the dinner out. Everybody decided to go to Lupe Tortillas. That place is expensive. I was not prepared for that. Give myself $15 for coffee and $25 for gas every paycheck week. Self-care gets $25. I do need to make a self-care purchase this week. And that is it for this section right now. That is it for right now. That's it. I'm going to cover birthdays when I get that check, and I already put the money into household. So that's it. And then I just talked over all of this, but I filled my $10 into fun money and my $15 into coffee. I was talking about other things while I did that, but that's my usual every week stuff that I do for myself. If you are new, the way I do my budget is I am paid bi-weekly, but I budget weekly. So I had to break that down because if I give myself $40 a week for dining out, but if I put $80 in here every time I get paid, I would go out this weekend and spend $80 and then I would have no money for the whole next week. That's just the way my brain works. So for myself, I had to break it down to give myself $40 every week. Hopefully your brain is better at budgeting it out than mine was, but mine isn't. So I had to break it out for myself. The bills I have to pay this week, my mattress firm, which is down in the credit card, is going to come out on the 21st. That is $80. So I am going to hit that underfunded button here and fill that to $80. The Optimum Internet, like I said, that went up. That is now $81. And see, it was $80.06 last month, and now it's $81. And then I'm sure it will go up. I'm not even going to edit the target because I know it's going to go up. So I'm going to call them this month and this week and see about what I can do. And then my minimum payment for my debt consolidation is $167. But as I said, I am making my minimum payment for this whole year $300 so that I can pay it off by the end of the year. And I have gone through and made my budget, set my budget out through the end of April to see what I can do. And I know things happen, especially to me, things pop up, but I should be able to make extra payments a couple of times. So I'm hoping, Lord willing, I will be able to pay this off by October, it's looking like, hopefully. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to get my hopes up because stuff always pops up for me. My original plan was to pay this off by last year, but then celiac happened and all those medical bills popped up, and that obviously didn't happen. So I'm just going to roll with it, but at least $300 a month is my minimum that I am paying on this to get this paid off by December of this year, because debt no more in 24 is my goal. That is, oh no, I got to do my babies. I have my little savings challenges, and y'all, I was watching Just Finance with, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, my brain just stopped working. Hang on, I wrote their names down. Just Finance, Kaylee and Shay. I was going to say Shaylee and Kay, and I was like, that is not right. My brain stopped working. Kaylee and Shay. And they were talking about how they're going to save for their nephew because they were watching one of my videos and they saw me saving for my nephews. And then I scrolled down in the comments to leave a comment on that, and I saw somebody else say that they were watching one of my videos and they started saving for their nephew. And that almost made me cry. And I was like, oh my goodness, all the nephews are getting all the money because somebody's watching my video. And that is why I do this. The YouTube checks are icing on the cake, and I love that. But that is not why I do this. I do this because I wanted to share my journey in the hopes that it would help somebody. And the fact that at least 2 nephews are going to have hopefully a brighter future because I decided to start saving for my nephews. So that's 4 nephews that are going to have a brighter future because I made this YouTube channel. Even if I wasn't making a penny, that would be worth it. That would be everything. And that made my whole day, and I am so happy. But anyway, now I'm going to cry. I am going to add to my, I can't even see, to my emergency fund. I am saving $52. That's big. Oh my goodness, I can't even see right now. Emergency fund is getting $52 every month so that I will have $2,000 by the end of the year. And then my great nephew baby Joe gets $2 every paycheck, and my great nephew baby Jet gets $2 every paycheck because I am saving their age. Joe is 1 year old, so he gets $1 every week, $2 every paycheck. And Jet is just a couple of months old. He was born in October. He's not a year, but I'm saving $1 every paycheck for him as well. That is it. It is 7:59. Look at that. I made it. I can go to work now. All right, y'all. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you are not yet and are interested in following this or my other journeys, please hit that subscribe button and come along with me. I love you. I hope y'all are having a fantastic week and a fantastic day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.